Today, we're going to give you a real-life superpower, the ability to always know which way you're going. We're breaking down the science of direction so you can totally say goodbye to that lost feeling for good.
I mean, we've all been there, right? That kind of sinking feeling when you're navigating a new school, or trying to find your friends in a massive mall, or even just searching for the right sports field in a huge park. It's a universal feeling, but what if I told you there's a skill you can master to beat it every single time? And that right there is the secret. Being lost isn't really about not knowing where you are. The real problem is not knowing which way you're going, you know? It's the difference between standing still, totally confused, and moving forward with confidence. And today, we're going to unlock that skill step by step.
All right, let's kick off our quest to become master navigators. Welcome to Level 1, the basics. Before we can get to any of the cool gadgets, we have to understand the most fundamental concept. What exactly is direction?
So, in its simplest form, direction is just the info that connects two different points. Think about it like this. You're at a huge music festival and you text your friend, "Where are you?" If they just reply, "By the stage," well, that's a location, but it's not super helpful, is it? But if they say, "I'm 50 feet to the left of the stage," aha! Now they've given you a direction. You have your point A, and that direction guides you straight to their point B.
And this isn't just about finding your friends. Direction is absolutely crucial for understanding the world around us. Take a storm, for example. It's not enough to know a storm exists. The most critical piece of information is its direction. Is it moving towards you or away from you? That knowledge changes literally everything. Okay, so we've got the basic idea down. Now it's time to get our hands on the first essential piece of gear for this adventure, a tool that has guided explorers for centuries. Let's talk about the compass.
So how does this thing work? It feels kind of like magic, but it's all about magnetism. The needle inside a compass is really just a tiny, lightweight magnet. And it turns out our entire planet acts like one giant magnet with its own magnetic field. So that tiny little needle is naturally pulled to line up with Earth's massive magnetic field. And that's why it's always pointing towards the planet's magnetic North Pole. Pretty cool, right?
Okay, so a compass points north. Simple. We got it. Well, here's where things get really interesting. It turns out there isn't just one north. Actually, like the slide says, there are two.
You've got true north and magnetic north. Here's the best way to picture it. Imagine the Earth is a spinning top. True north is the exact point at the very top that it spins around on. It's a fixed spot. It never moves. But magnetic north, the one your compass is pointing to, is a whole different ballgame. It's created by the swirling liquid-hot iron core deep inside our planet. And because that liquid metal is always moving, the magnetic pole actually wanders around over time. Your compass is pointing to that moving target, not the fixed one.
So, how big of a difference are we talking about? Well, depending on where you are on the planet, the difference, which is called declination, can change. But on average, it's about 11 degrees. Now, that might not sound like a lot, but trust me, if you were trying to navigate for hundreds of miles using just your compass, that tiny difference could put you way off course, like landing you in a completely different city.
So how do the experts deal with this? Well, professional navigators use special maps that have something called a double compass rose. See it there? It has two sets of direction markers. One circle points to true north, and the other one points to magnetic north. This lets them quickly figure out the difference for their exact location and plot a perfectly accurate course. It's pretty genius.
All right, you get direction, you've got your compass. It is time to level up to the pro move. We're going beyond just finding north to a technique that lets you find any location with pinpoint accuracy. It's called the polar coordinate system.
Now, polar coordinate system sounds super complicated, but I promise the idea is simple. To find any spot, you only need two pieces of information, an angle and a distance from where you are. Think of a classic pirate map, right? From the old oak tree, turn 20 degrees east and walk 100 paces to find the treasure. That's it. That's the whole system. An angle and a distance.
So here's how you'd actually do it. Let's say your mission is to find a hidden marker at 20 degrees east, 500 meters away. Step 1. You orient your map. You take out your compass and you line up your map with the real north. Step 2. You aim. You use that compass again to find that perfect 20-degree angle from your current spot. Step 3. You move. You travel exactly 500 meters in that precise direction, and boom, you're there. You've found your target.
And that's really what it all boils down to. It feels like this super advanced skill, but really, it's just about these three things. A map, so you can see the land around you. A compass, to find your direction. and some way to measure how far you've gone. With these three tools working together, you can find your way almost anywhere on Earth. So we have the knowledge, we've got the tools, and we have the pro-level skills. So where do we put it all to the test? Let's check out how all this stuff comes together in a real-world quest that's also an awesome competitive sport.
It's called orienteering, and it's basically a real-life adventure race through nature. Competitors get dropped into the wilderness, and they have to navigate a whole course using only a map and a compass, the very skills we've just been talking about.
This is where the whole shebang comes together. The racers get a super detailed map that shows all the hills, valleys, and streams. Their goal is to sprint through the course, using their map and compass to find a whole series of hidden checkpoints. It's a challenge that means you have to be smart, you have to be fast, and you have to be incredibly precise.
I mean, this is it. This is like the final boss battle for your new navigation skills. Orienteering takes every single thing we've learned, what direction is, how to use a compass, how to use polar coordinates, and it forces you to use them all under the pressure of a race. It really is the ultimate test of your new superpower.
So in the end, whether you're racing through a forest or just finding your way across a new city, it all comes back to this one simple truth. A map, a compass, and a way to measure distance. These three things, they're the timeless foundation of knowing exactly where you are and exactly where you're going.
So now you have the blueprint. You understand direction, you know how to use a compass, and you have the skills to find any point on a map. This isn't just some lesson. It's a key that can unlock the entire world for you to explore. So the only question left is, where are you going to go first?